Chapter 9, getting ready for our test tomorrow. So as we are doing this, if you feel like you know how to do a problem, go ahead and do it on your practice test. And you don't need to listen to the video part of that. If you get stuck on a problem, just scroll through the video until you find the number that you need help on. So if you feel like you've done well on your homework, you may not need this video. If there is something that you need more help on, be sure to come back and look at this video. So starting with number 1, it asks which number would represent a temperature of 12 degrees below zero. So we're going below zero. So we're going to come down here and it would be about here, or in the negatives would be 12 degrees below zero. Number 2 is asking us to find the opposite of negative 3.7. So negative 3.7 is going to be right about somewhere there between 3 and negative 4. So if we're doing the opposite, that just means we're flipping it to the opposite side of 0. So it would come right over here. Number 3 wants to know what is the opposite number of 8/9. So 8/9 is almost one whole thing. And if we do the opposite, we just take that to the other side of 0 right there. Number 4 asks for the value of C as a decimal. So one thing we need to do is look at our number line and figure out what is the unit that they are counting each mark by. So I'm looking for C right here, and I can see between 0 and 1, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So if I take 100 and I divide that by 4, thinking quarters, I know that goes in there 25 times. So that means all of these are a quarter or a fourth, and we need 4 of them to get to one whole thing. So every time I move over one place, that's 0.25. So here we have C back one place. If we're looking at C as a decimal, we just figured out that every place is 1/4 or a quarter of the way to the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4 got broken up 4 times, and C is 1 unit over out of 4. Number 6 asks us to compare these. So thinking about our number line, we have -7 here, we have -3 here. This way is going to be bigger, so -3 is larger than -7. Number 7, we need to compare absolute values. If we remember, absolute values are always going to be positive. So even though this is -3/4 here, it is 3/4 of a unit away from 0. And this one is also 3/4 of a unit away from 0. Number 8 wants us to put these in order. So we've got -4 here. We've got 7 here. -9. Oh, that was a crazy line. We've got 8 here. And then we've got -1 here. So it wants us to put them in order from least to greatest. So we're going to start over here at the left and just work our way over to the right, getting bigger each time. Number 9, same thing, ordering least to greatest. So I can see I have some decimal places. I'm going to go ahead and make them all have 2 places just to help me think about these. So this is 40 cents. We've got in between the 0 and the 1, -20 cents. We've got a -2 wholes. We've got 75 cents. It's bigger than 40 cents. And we've got 80 cents is bigger than 75 cents. Hey, this one wants us to simplify. So remember, this means to multiply here when we have parentheses. We have a negative sign and a negative sign. Two negative signs, when we multiply, actually end up being positive. Number 11 wants to know where G is located. So we can see G here. So we always want to go over, and then we want to go down. So here's our first number and our second number. And number 12 asks us which point is located at -8. So we have to go over to -8 and up 2 places. All right, I hope you guys are ready for your test tomorrow.